I don't think Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's union will stand the test of time.
Why not?
Because I always see the headline, and by always I mean once every 2 months or so. Ryan Reynolds shades wife Blake Lively on Instagram. And it'll be like, because they have 2 kids together?
2 or 3.
It'll be one kid's birthday. Say his name is Steve. And Ryan Reynolds will wish Steve a happy birthday on Instagram. But he'll crop out his wife, it'll be a family picture, but he'll crop out Blake, who's on the end, the left or the right.
They do that a lot, that shtick. Or it's Blake, it's a Ryan Reynolds birthday, so Blake, like, crops him out.
Yeah.
And so it's just, like, a really pretty picture of her.
Right.
They do that to each other a lot. So this is the sign that they're doomed?
Yes. Because there's joking, and then there's public humiliation, and
there's some underlying hostility that you sense.
Yes.
Oh.
There's trouble in those waters.
Oh.
Like, our union is one of the pillars of its foundation is joking.
Oh yeah.
And making fun and having a laugh.
Yes.
And mockery. But we do it in private. We would never be so public about it.
There is something to that.
They're doomed. Doomed. And here's a mini review of Free Guy, the movie I watched today. It's good. It's fun. Go see it. It's not great. It's good. But it's good to see original intellectual property.
Yes.
Not the 90th Marvel movie.
I'm a little over Ryan Reynolds, though.
I am too. He's so good looking. He's so in shape. He's so proud of himself. He's got the Mint Mobile. He's got that alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
He owns or promotes. And
do you think he's just, for me, I think what it is, his same character, same sense of humor he's been doing into, like, it's like every movie.
Yeah. He's very proud of himself and smug. And he's not going to win the Academy Award. But actually, in Free Guy, he shows range. It's not that much range. It's a very short range.
And oop.
Ryan Reynolds shades Blake Lively in a hilarious manner. It's always hilarious.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me at our dining room table for our little program here. Okay, so we ate at Black Bear Diner yesterday. And why did we eat at Black Bear Diner? Because we had a coupon.
And why did we have a coupon?
Because they have an e-club, which is you agree that they can spam your email with various marketing and advertising gimmicks. And in return, they give you 2 free meals a year. 1 just for joining the e-club, and 2 for your birthday.
Yes.
So a few weeks ago, I was already signed up. My birthday happened a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Recently, so I had that free meal, and I got the free meal for the e-club, and then I signed you up for the e-club a few weeks ago, and I fibbed about your birthday.
Yes.
So you got the meal for signing up, and then you got the meal for your fake birthday.
Yes.
For
so
your fake news birthday.
We currently have, or we had 4 free breakfast entree coupons.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, not to bring up Alice in Wonderland, but in Alice in Wonderland, it's your unbirthday. 364 days a year. Am I right? Okay. So, Black Bear Diner. Honey, what does Black Bear Diner mean to you in your life?
Black Bear Diner, to me, I don't think I ever went there until I met you.
Same.
So, you are what Black Bear Diner is to me.
Thank you, honey.
I love...
significant portions, always heard beforehand.
Yeah.
And then we went twice. We went once in Reno, like the morning after we checked out of...
Yeah.
GSR?
No, the other one.
Peppermill. Peppermill.
Yes.
And it was 6 a.m. because I like to get out on the road. I like to get my move on early, get out. That's the dad in me. But we went to Black Bear Diner, which was just like down the street from Peppermill. And we had breakfast there. Obviously, it was 6 a.m.-ish, 7 a.m.-ish. And then the other time we ate there was in Newark, California, which is near Fremont in the Bay Area. It was the morning after we went to my friend Anthony Baez's party. Was it his party? Was it his wife's birthday?
His wife's, I think.
Okay.
And that's right. And we spent the night in a hotel.
Correct.
And once again, checked out super early and went to breakfast.
Went to BBD. So Black Bear Diner, that's what it means. It means to me, you. Okay, I'm stealing your joke now. I'm stealing your bit. I'm stealing your theme. But it means breakfast to me. They do have other food.
Yes.
They have lunch and dinner. And I was gazing upon the menu yesterday, and like their chicken pot pie sounds good. They have meatloaf, sounds good. Your mom was actually at Black Bear Diner.
Yeah.
The kismet was happening. Your mom was at Black Bear Diner in Elk Grove at the same exact time we were at Black Bear Diner in Natomas.
Yeah.
She got the pot roast.
Yes. I asked her how it was.
The stars aligned, honey.
She never responded to me asking her how it was, so we don't know.
That's not good. Not good. But I talked to my coworker Lenore Washington this week about Black Bear Diner because all we do is talk about food because that's what's relatable, honey. Movies, food, and love. And Lenore said, vouch for their country fried steak. I like country fried steak. I never ordered country fried steak. I don't know how I come across country fried steak sometimes.
I've never ordered it, but I know I've tasted a bite here or there.
It's good.
Yeah. I guess
because when you fry stuff and then splash a bunch of gravy across it, it's good.
Anything is good if you do that too.
Right. But I enjoy it, but I never want to order it.
I guess I never want an entire one to myself, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I never get it.
Yeah, me neither. Well, it seems not breakfasty.
Yes.
But then they throw some eggs on there, and they're like, "Here, this is breakfast," and it's like, "No, it isn't."
It's like huevos rancheros,
right? But their Black Bear Diner's country fried steak breakfast is 2,600 calories. Now, it's the weekend. It's time for reckless abandon for me.
Yes.
And I eat whatever I want and whatever I can. But even that 2,600, and actually my meal was about 2,500 calories. So I'm not counting calories, but I was like 2,600 calories for a chicken fried steak. And they give you 2 biscuits, and those are 460 calories each. Mm-hmm. So that's 900 calories just from 2 biscuits. And then country fried steak with the gravy. Oh. I was like, I don't want to do that. So I passed on that. He also said, Lenore Washington, talking about Black Bear Diner, when he got breakfast, he said the eggs were bad.
Oh yeah.
And I said, well, how are eggs bad? Because if anything, bag eggs are the one constant. They're very analogous.
They're
wherever.
Always the same.
Yeah, I want them over easy. They cook them, and sometimes you want over easy, and they cook them over well, or vice versa. But I was like, well, what do you mean your eggs were bad? Like, I don't understand that. And then he replied with, there was just something wrong with them.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Maybe he got a really old egg.
Right. Maybe it was a chicken that didn't get to flap its wings around. It wasn't free range.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted country fried steak. I mean, but I was like, 2,600 calories for a country fried steak. And I wanted breakfast. So that's what we ordered. And we went there around 11:30-ish. Okay, so how did we get there? We drove
in our car.
Well, we drove to Grandma Bev's to drop the Wild Chows off.
Yes.
That was around 11.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. 11 or 12.
Okay, she lives in Carmichael-ish, Fair Oaks-ish.
Citrus Heights.
Citrus Heights. So we had to go way the heck out there. And then we came way back because we had to come home. But there's 2 nearby Black Bear Diners. There's one in Arden and there's one in Natomas,
Yes.
which we went to. Because I chose Natomas because I think that the demographic is more amenable to our lifestyle, honey.
Yes.
Okay.
And after going there, though, I don't know. I think they're probably pretty comparable.
Yeah, it did get knocked down a couple pegs, but I still maintain it's better than Arden. So we went there. It's on El Centro Road. And getting there, we drove by Chevy's on the River. So I've been in Sacramento since 2006. Is that 15 years?
Yeah.
Holy Toledo. That blows my mind. But I've always heard there's a Chevy's on the River, which makes you do a double take because you're like, well, the river is supposed to be nice and maybe got some fancy restaurants, some hot bars, rooftop hotel bars
Virgin
going on.
sturgeon.
Right, and the virgin sturgeon's right there. But I haven't been able to grasp, like, you're on the river, it's prime real estate, and then you're at Chevy's.
You had to see it to believe it.
Yeah. Chevy's is like low rent,
kind of
basic
totally.
Mexicano food, but you have a beautiful location view. So I've always been like, that doesn't make sense, or that seems odd. But we drove by it. Mm-hmm. We drove by the Chevy's on the River. It's a nice little complex they got there. A couple other stores and restaurants. Virgin Sturgeon, which I've also heard about for 15 plus years, right on the river. It's a restaurant, and that their claim to fame is like you walk down a tunnel, like when you're boarding a plane.
That's fun.
Yeah, you walk down a little tunnel and then you get into the restaurant. But I thought that was cool to see. And it's not far from here. It's like a couple minutes up the freeway.
We gotta take you.
Yeah. I would rather go to Virgin Sturgeon than Chevy's on the River. Let's see. The ambiance of Black Bear Diner. They really lean into the kitsch.
Oh, yeah.
The bear motif.
There's bears everywhere. It reminds me of, like, waiting in line to go on Splash Mountain at Disneyland.
Yeah.
It has that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
There's little sayings everywhere. And
everything is
bear wooden carvings.
Bear literature, bear grammar, like have a very good day.
Lots of puns.
Puns, cheesy stuff like that. But I was comparing it to Denny's because we were going to go to Denny's later, but we didn't. But Denny's has the diner, American classic roadside diner motif, but that's not very fun. Like bears. There was a jukebox in this Black Bear Diner, and I thought that was cool. Like it had the fun lights zooming up and down the jukebox. And you don't see that anywhere really outside of like bars, maybe out in the country. So we walk in, and right away they asked if I wanted a counter seat. Well, you gravitated straight to the jukebox.
I had to take a picture of it.
The pretty colors. you took a boomerang. The rainbow colors, and it's just something different, something cool. And I was asked if I want a counter seat, but I was like, no, that's my wife right there. Okay, and we want a booth. By the way, jukebox. Do you think anyone actually puts quarters in there, or do they take a credit card? Or
there was music playing the whole time, so I was wondering, are these songs coming from people selecting them on the jukebox? I was curious about that.
Yeah,
but I didn't feel like walking over there and taking a look at it and seeing if. I was wondering also, does it actually work? Is it just for show?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I noticed that the music, heavy 80s, 80s pop music. Eric Carmen, turn that radio up, and so on and so forth. So we sit down in the booth, and there were a couple of loud kids behind me. Was it one loud kid? You could see. I mean, my back was towards. It was. I think it was like two kids, and one of them was really loud. The one directly behind me, and so I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a long breakfast." But they left relatively quickly, 5 or 10 minutes after I threw them out.
Thank goodness.
After I said, get the heck out of here with your loud-ass kids. How about teaching your wild child some manners? Our waitress, her name was Shawn, S-H-A-W-N. Yes, it was a woman named Shawn. Spirited.
She was jovial.
Jovial, jolly, if you will. She started right away. She said, "Have you had your drinks?" We obviously hadn't had our drinks yet. And we said no. Or she said, "Has anyone brought you drinks?" And we were like, "No." And then she said, "Oh, what a bunch of jerks." And we were like, hee hee, ha. So I thought that was kind of cute, kind of fun. Their menu is it's a newspaper. They call it a gazette.
Yes.
And it folds up and you unfold it, you unfurl it.
It's like a little high school newspaper.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that size. And so and I thought that was fun cuz a lot of times you get like the laminated menus that are disgusting that like have some ketchup on the corner here. Ew. And you're like, "What? Who else has touched this and how often do you clean this?" But the menu was fun and there was like some like content, like news articles or whatever. Some editorial content. Yeah,
like Big Bear, what's called Big Bear Diner?
Yeah, Black Bear Diner.
Black Bear Diner.
BBD. BBD doesn't stand for Belle Biv DeVoe only, honey. Yes,
Black Bear Diner. It was like about their origins and a couple pictures of the founders.
Yeah.
And fun facts about the company.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I dug it. Just a general question. Why do they take away the menu? Because you order and then they're like, "Okay, I'll take your menus."
I thought those were souvenirs.
Right.
And then I was thinking, these are just like little paper. Are you going to reuse these until they get disgusting or someone spills on them?
Yeah. And what if I want to read about the founders?
Yeah.
I understand like those long laminated menus. I understand why they take them away because they can get in the way if you're in a little table or whatever. And they take them just to get them out of your way, and it's a lot more convenient. But these folded up like a high school newspaper, as you said, small, and like, why you gotta take it away? I'm trying to read your content.
It didn't seem reusable, but okay, I guess.
But they were reused.
They were.
Are these recycled? Another question. What? And this is again another general question. They gave us one napkin each while we were eating.
Big pet peeve of ours.
Right. Like, have they never seen people eat anywhere on the planet Earth in their lifetimes? I needed more than one napkin.
Definitely. Minimum of 3.
Yeah. They should have the little metal container where you can pull out. But sometimes those are like hecka hard to grab. Like a napkin, so you're like...
And then it rips little particles everywhere.
Or you grab like 10 napkins at once. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like a bath towel over here. And then, for garnish, if you will, so our breakfast came. We'll get to what we ordered in a second. But for garnish, they gave a slice of orange, which I can appreciate because there's a lot of grease going on, a lot of salt, a lot of savoriness. And at the end of your meal, a piece of orange, very refreshing, sort of cleanse the palate. I get that. But they also threw in like a piece of lettuce.
Yes. A singular piece of lettuce with the orange slice on top.
Yeah. It was very odd.
Nobody's eating that little wilted slice of lettuce, are they?
Right. And when Sean put our plates down, she walked away, and you picked up your lettuce and orange. You picked it up from your plate and you threw it. You cast it aside to the table.
That had to be gone.
Yeah.
Get away from my breakfast food I'm about to devour.
You did it in anger. You were like, get this crap out of here. Whoosh. Should have thrown it at the window. It would have stuck on the window. That would have been something. Okay. Now, Black Bear Diner, they also have placemats, which are also paper. These are placemats? Table mats.
This is a placemat right here.
They had a placemat, and they had more literature, more content.
More fun facts about Black Bear Diner.
More editorializing, op-ed pieces, if you will. Some pointed think pieces. It was like reading The Atlantic. But they had a section on the left-hand side where it said credos. What is a credo, honey? Can you define credo?
No, I can't.
In that time, you bought me a second, honey. I Googled it. Credo is a statement of the beliefs or aims which guide someone's actions. That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, And there were 7 of them. There's 7 Credos for Black Bear Diner. So first of all, simmer down, Black Bear Diner. We're just trying to out here trying to have a hearty breakfast, and you come at me with 7 flippin' Credos. It's just something different. You don't see that. I wouldn't just Denny's have a Credo. Denny's Credo is there is no Credo. They're anti-Credo. But I just want to point out a few Credos, and I edited, I proofread, I went all Judy Farah, I cut things down just for time constraints. Credo number 1. So this is our first Credo, honey. Freedom of speech. No, wait, that's the amendment, Constitution?
Yeah.
Bill of Rights. Credo number 1 at the BBD. It states, at Black Bear Diner, we strive to greet all of our customers at the door quickly and with a smile. That didn't happen to us. We were not greeted. We were not greeted.
It was completely empty.
There was not a smile. It was so right away. Strike one. It was, if anything, it was a couple seconds of us just standing there, like we're trying to get noticed here. And the thing was, it was busy. There were a lot of customers, but there was also a lot of staff.
That's something I took note of.
Yeah.
I was surprised there was a lot of people working there.
Yeah. So you hear about the labor shortage and people ghosting their employers and all this stuff. But there were a lot of people doing a lot of things, moving fast. But we walked in, we were not greeted. We were not greeted quickly, and we were not greeted with a smile. Credo number 2. Sean, like I said, our server. Sean, your server will give you the attention you deserve. That didn't happen. So we got waters. I got a water for beverage. I got a water. You got a water and coffee.
Yes.
So we had 3 cups. 2 waters, 1 coffee. None of them were refilled.
We were never asked if we wanted a refill. Nobody ever came by with a pitcher of water or a carafe of coffee.
Yeah.
We were ignored.
Yeah. So the second Credo, Shawn, SHAWN, the female waitress. You did not give us the attention you deserve. So we were not greeted. We didn't get no attention. And then Credo number 4 of 7. Wow. If you don't say that when you get your food, you either order toast or a cook's flashback to when they were working somewhere else. First of all, shots fired at the cook's former employers. Maybe they were just trying to make a buck somewhere at Denny's or Jack in the Box. But I only throw this in because like it starts with, wow, if you don't say that when you get your food. Because literally, and this is before I read the Credos, when Shawn presented our grand breakfast, threw them down on the table, you said,
wow.
And you were like, oh, I didn't even mean to say that. So that was the one positive Credo. Number 1 and 2, big fail. Big time miss.
And oop.
Okay, what did we order? We got 2 breakfasts. We had the free coupon, and the free coupon was for a Bear's Choice, which is sort of a bunch of options, and you cobble together what you wanted. That's what you got.
Yes.
And I got the Grizz. Grizz in all caps. First of all, simmer down on the keyboard. Is that what happens when Smokey the Bear types? He presses the caps lock. The Grizz, all caps, with an exclamation point. So, the Grizz!
Wow!
Exactly. You're going to say, wow, when you see our all caps menu items. You got the Bear's Choice, which was free. It was normally
that was one of our coupons. Yep.
Yeah, it was $9.99 normally. And you chose, again, it's a bunch of options. You choose your protein. You choose what bread, whatever griddle thing you want.
Choose your meat.
Right. You got, well, first of all, Shawn asked you, what would you like, waffle or French toast? And you did this reaction. You were like, oh,
did I?
Because you couldn't decide, honey.
I had been waffling between the waffle and the French toast.
And it went down to the wire.
Yes, as it always does with me.
I know.
I went with the French toast.
Yeah, but I loved your reaction. You were like, ooh. And I was like, Shawn, don't judge us by my wife's super cute Overacting reaction. You went with the French toast. And then you got your eggs over medium. Ham was your protein. Then you ordered an English muffin on the side. It didn't come with that.
Yes.
And then you got coffee. Your breakfast was 1,450 calories, honey. Whew.
Oh boy.
What I got. Oh, why am I saying this? So, what did you think, honey? Thoughts, feelings, comments, reactions. Then we'll get on to me. But what did you think about your Bear's Choice breakfast? Eggs over medium, French toast, ham, English muffin, and coffee.
It was excellent. I had no complaints with any aspect of it. Did you notice how quickly I ate?
Yes.
I cleared every plate I had.
Yeah.
By the time you were like a third done with your food.
Well, that's how it normally goes down.
Okay, I'm not usually that quick.
You eat quickly.
I do.
So when we sit down for our Monday through Thursday weeknight dinner, Luna finishes first.
Always.
You're second.
Always.
I'm a distant third. Lennox is like the hare, Hare, and he...
No, the tortoise.
The tortoise. The hare is the rabbit?
Luna's the hare.
Okay, Luna's the hare. Lennox is the tortoise.
Poor Lennox sits alone at the the dining room table for about 30 minutes after all of us are done eating.
I know. Well, and the entertainment level. So at the top of our weeknight family dinner, Luna sits down and starts spilling the tea with Luna Marie on her day and her friends and some teachers and all sorts of shenanigans happening at school. And it's a good time. And then when she leaves, then it's kind of the tempo goes down.
Somehow she finishes eating first, and she's constantly telling us stories.
Oh yeah,
how does she do that?
She's quite talented.
Wow.
She should host a podcast. That's true. And then Lennox will come in with some fun facts or little tidbits about his day, but Luna comes in with the hotness.
Oh, yeah.
She's number one in terms of content production in the hype house that is our home, our condominium. But you ate super duper quick.
Oh, yeah. I could not put my fork down. It was delicious. It was everything you dream a diner breakfast to be.
And but you did have a problem with the coffee because you threw in, they had the little creams there on that you unfurl, and you went with the regular half and half, and then you went with the French vanilla flavor half and half.
Did one little cup of each.
Yeah,
it was fine, but it wasn't as good as the coffee you make for me here at home.
Yes, with milk,
which is just coffee, and then I just put a dash of milk in it.
I put the milk.
Well, you do when you serve me.
Yeah, which is well, that's true. That's only on the weekends.
Yeah.
But the coffee is the best when it's with whole milk, right, honey? As opposed to the 2% you make us buy every other week, and sometimes 1%. But half and half is closer to whole milk, right? Because it's creamy, it's fat, it's yummy.
I don't like flavors in my coffee, so I think I went wrong when I chose the French vanilla to add in.
Yeah.
That was my downfall.
Yeah, and I buy the fake syrup, the calorie-free, stevia-laden.
Oh. And you buy what kind of
Tarani or whatever, and it's terrible.
Well, what flavors do you have?
Hazelnut, the French vanilla, caramel.
Oh, they're all disgusting.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree ones are really disgusting.
Oh man.
The Walmart ones, which is Tarani, which is what they have at ice pop shops, or what do they call them? Snow cone places.
Oh.
And I believe it's Starbucks, but it's like a big brand name. Those are also terrible, but they're not as terrible as the Dollar Tree fake sugar crap. But on weekends I throw some milk in there. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, it's a party.
It's so much better than the fake syrup. I don't even know why I have that stuff. I've had like the same 3 bottles for months and months now. I barely use it. Okay. So what did I get?
The Grizz.
The Grizz. Now it's at the very top of the menu. It's the very first thing you see, and there's 2 breakfasts, and the sentence that describes that portion of the menu. So you got the 2-egg breakfast, and you got the griddle section and kids section. But this is at the very top, and it just simply says our biggest portions for the hungriest bears. Oh. And there's 2 breakfasts on there. The Grizz and the Lenoris Washington breakfast.
Oh, the chicken steak?
Chicken fried steak, yeah. So those are the 2 breakfasts on there. They're the most expensive. They're the biggest portions. I went with the Grizz, which is 1,520 calories. 2 sweet cream. It comes with 2 sweet cream pancakes. What does that mean? They're not pancakes. They're sweet cream.
I think that's just the batter they use.
Instead of milk?
Is allegedly more sweeter and more creamier.
Well, I substituted in waffles because I'm a waffle guy. It came with 1 waffle, 3 eggs, 2 slices of thick cut smoked bacon, 2 sausage links, and a smoked ham steak, which is what you got. Just a slice of ham.
Slice of ham.
I got it. You can pick your carb or whatever. They got grits there. They got home style country potatoes. But I got it with the strip cut hash browns. What does strip cut mean? I don't know.
Little slivers?
Okay.
As opposed to like a patty, like at McDonald's?
Okay. It sounds good to me.
Shoestring.
Yeah. They use a grater.
Yeah.
Cheese grater.
Exactly.
Strip cut hash browns. I asked for them extra crunchy. That adds 380 calories. So 1,520 calories plus 380 calories. And then I got 2 hot sausage patties. Hot being spicy, which added another 620 calories because I was really hungry. And again, it's the weekend and I eat whatever I want on the weekends. My Grizz was $15.79. The 2 hot sausage patties was $5.59. And if you add the Grizz, 1,520 calories, plus hash browns, 380 calories, plus the 2 hot sausage patties, 620 calories, it comes to a grand total of 2,520 calories. Plus butter.
Oh,
because
no.
I put butter on the waffle.
Oh, and the syrup, huh? That's not included.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so here I was. I don't want the country fried steak because it's a 2,500 calorie breakfast, and then here I am eating 2,500 calories with my breakfast. Okay, what's my review? Start with the waffle. It was burnt. It was overdone.
It was overdone, not burnt.
It was dark brown. It wasn't golden brown. It wasn't soft nor fluffy. It was just kind of crunchy, hard crunchy. I didn't finish it. No. I got about 2/3 through and I was like, I don't want this anymore. And one thing, and this is just how their waffle iron is or how they cook it or whatever. One thing I really like about waffles in general is all the little pockets.
Yes.
You put butter in the pocket, you put some syrup in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
It holds it for you and it makes it just a lighter treat. And going back to the crunchy and fluffy, light and crispy, that's what the waffle is. There's all those little pockets. But Black Bear Diner, they have like the little pockets at the 4 corners of the circle, if that makes sense. At the 4 corners. Around the edges. 4 corners of the globe. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the edge. But then in the middle, it's just a big square.
Just flat.
Yeah.
Flat surface.
Just a flat, big... So there's a giant pocket. There's a giant singular pocket. Although I don't know how deep it went. And so it was very odd looking. I think it contributed to not enjoying it. It was just not a good waffle. And like I said, it was near burnt. It was like I was eating charcoal. Just kidding. It wasn't that bad, but it was overdone. And I think Sean should have rejected it at sight from the kitchen. Like, I'm not going to serve my customer this overdone waffle. Turn around.
That's what you would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean, if you would have gotten more than 50% tip, 15% tip, the butter was annoying. So most places, they do like the little butter scooper, where it's kind of like an ice cream scooper where they just give you a big dollop of it on top of your waffle. But this, on my waffle, they didn't have that. And they had like the little butter things at the table, where it's kind of like the jelly.
Yes, exactly.
The jelly containers where you got to rip off the top and then get your knife in there and kind of get the pat of butter, move it from this tiny little cup, tiny little tub to your waffle. I thought that was just annoying because I like a lot of butter on my waffle. I used 5 of those little butter things.
We used up all the butter that was in the bowl on our table.
Yeah, and I was just like, and just doing that was a slow process. Like, here's a little butter. Okay, now I got to rip this foil off this butter thing. Okay, move it over here. Now, next butter. And it was just like, give me some butter. Throw some butter on top.
Give the man a tub of butter.
Yeah, when I was nearly 400 pounds, honey, I wouldn't ask for syrup. So I would call Denny's and get takeout and order 3 breakfasts for myself. But I wouldn't care about syrup because my thing is that pancakes and waffles are sweet already. Because they are. Like, the mix is sweet. The batter's sweet.
They're cakes, essentially.
Yeah, they're cakes. So I'd always be like, just give me a bunch of butter. Because that's how I eat it. Just a bunch of butter. That's the savory.
The butter is enough moisture for you. Because I like the syrup because I need some liquid.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, the butter it melts.
Yeah, if you have a ton, I guess it's like the pancakes bathing in it.
Yeah, and if you have a bunch of syrup, it just drips everywhere. It goes everywhere. It becomes untenable.
And then you scoop it up and you eat it.
But I'd always be like, give me a tub of butter, and they would give me like a ramekin or a bunch of butter, and I would take these 3 breakfasts to my roommates. Theoretically,
me, myself, and I.
My 2 best friends, me, myself, and then there's I. The butter process, I just wasn't a fan of. And then so I ate about 2/3 of it, and I was like, okay, that's enough. And then I went to my eggs and my hash browns and all that. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna try the waffle again. I'm gonna give it a second chance. Second chance.
Back to it.
I know. I'm gonna go. It treated me bad, but he'll change. He'll change, honey. I can change him. He just needs a good woman. I could change him. But I went back to it. It didn't get any better with time. It was kind of like a hardened Bisquick brick.
Oh,
if that makes any sense.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was terrible. So wasn't a fan. The worst thing, and this comes back to Sean, honey. SHAWN, the female waitress. When we were ordering, the Grizz comes with 2 sweet cream pancakes by default, automatically. And I said, can I substitute a waffle for the pancakes? And Sean said, sure, yes. But we didn't find out till we got our check that there was a $3.99 upcharge.
Yes.
For substituting waffle for pancakes, which is fine. But Sean did not let us know ahead of time.
It's not fine.
It is not fine.
It's even worse that she didn't tell us.
Yeah. So so it was a terrible waffle, and then it was $4 more. Already the breakfast is $15.79, so $16.
Good thing I was paying, huh?
Yeah. Thank you, honey. Although I did get dinner. But yeah, waffle, just a horrifying experience. I'm still shaking. Moving on to. Excuse me, the hot sausage patties. I thought these were good. You had a bite.
I had more than a bite.
Good taste, good amount of heat.
Yeah.
But the texture was off. It was very ground.
Yeah, it was like a ground beef hot, like a hamburger patty.
Yeah.
It was that exact shape. And size, and so it was like ground meat that was shaped into a patty. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was weird, and again, it was weird. It was actually weird because the taste was good. The taste was really so good. Yeah. But so is this what happens when a sausage is a patty instead of a link, where it comes out of that machine? They push it down and it comes out of with the plastic casing and like the hose,
and it looks very sexual, if you know what I mean, honey. So I don't know if this is because I don't eat much sausage patties, but is this a thing?
It looked like handmade. You know, like sometimes sausage patties, like they came frozen from a factory in like a disc shape. Yes. These looked like lumpy, like they were made in the back there, formed by hand. Yeah. So that's like, it's like your aunties in the back making it for you. Yeah. It's very home style.
Okay. Yeah. The taste was very good. Texture off, a tad off-putting, but we ate it all. The sausage links that came with the Grizz, temperature-wise, they were lukewarm. Like right out the gate, they were room temperature, I would say. As far as the quality of the sausage links, they were taut. That's T-A-U-T, honey. Oh. Which means...
tight? No bending.
Yes.
Not bendy.
Yes. Taut.
Unpliable.
Thank you for buying me time so I could Google it. Taut. T-A-U-T. Stretched or pulled tight. Semicolon. Not slack. So what I'm saying is that they were good. They were good quality. They weren't a lot of times like deniers. You get sausage links and it's like the wrinkly Jimmy Dean sausage links that are just almost nothing.
So you want your sausage taut.
Taut.
That's a good attribute for a sausage to have.
Yes, I want my sausage links taut, and I want my sausage patties unhamburger like. But the temperature. So I just imagine there's like a tub of 300 sausage links that when someone orders a breakfast with sausage links, they're either under a warmer or they're not under the warmer or they're like in hot water. How they have those like buffets where the water is hot and they put the tub in the water and that's supposedly keeping it warm. The temperature was off-putting. But it was good taste. Hash browns, strip cut, whatever that means. I asked them for extra crunchy, and the outer layer was crunchy, but after that it was just like soft hash browns. They were thick, THICC. So it wasn't like shallow hash browns. So there was a lot of potato there, but I like crunch, honey, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm a crunchy man. I recently told you that we need a toaster oven. Our toaster oven goes to 35 minutes. I was like, we need one that goes to an hour. Because when I cook hash brown patties in our toaster oven, I put it to 35 minutes. And then when it dings, I throw it on for another 20 minutes. And even like... I've been toasting bread lately, and I put the toaster level to the top, to 11, like in the Spinal Tap, over 10. Whereas you keep it, for you in the Wild Challenge, you keep it at like 2, right? Maybe 3?
Like 3.
Yeah.
So it blows my mind that 8 or whatever the highest setting is still not enough for your bread to get toasted.
Yeah. And this weekend I noticed I toasted a couple of English muffins, and I was like, this needs to be toastier. And I can always... push it down again and have it go through another cycle, but don't they have extra toasty, super long toaster ovens, super long toasters?
I don't know how your teeth can handle any more crunch.
Well, I'm a real man, honey.
Oh.
I'm really strong. I lift. I floss every day. You're a witness to that. You won't let me watch you floss, but you watch me floss all the time, although I don't give you a choice because I do it in the kitchen. Because I refuse to use the trash can in the bathroom, yes. Which is under your sink.
Yes.
Because we have a trash can in our kitchen, which is about 6 feet away from our bathroom. So I've always thought the trash can in the bathroom was... Well, I didn't understand.
This is a little insight into our home life.
Yes. But as a woman, you use way more products. You have a lot more going on. So you need a trash can.
Oh, yes, I do.
And I've used it once in a while. Okay. I know you're not supposed to keep secrets in marriage, honey, but I've thrown stuff away in your trash can. But it's probably been like 3 times in the year plus that we've lived in our current condominium. The hash browns, so there was a lot of just soft potato going on. I like it super crunchy. But I did use the hash browns to soak up like the yolks of my eggs, which is a good time. You dip it in the yellow, you dip it in the white. That's classic Americana breakfast for you. But I maintain that, and I just mentioned them, that hash brown patties from Walmart are the best hash brown. Yes. You get 10 of them for $1.60, and you can toast them in your toaster oven for an hour, and they come out super crunchy. And that's the best hash brown experience. My eggs were fine. I don't know what Lenores Washington is talking about.
Your eggs.
Something about them wasn't right. The eggs were fine. Ham was fine. Bacon, again, I come back to the crunch, honey. If I sound like a broken record. Not crunchy enough. It was more chewy, but they were long. I'll give them, I mean, in terms of size, they were formidable. It was fine bacon. Not my ideal mate in bacon. My ideal. I want a crunchy Charlotte's Web, honey. If you know what I'm saying. He was the pig, right? Or was he the spider?
Charlotte's the spider.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's
her web. Charlotte's Web.
The name of the pig was.
I'd have no idea.
Babe. Okay. So in conclusion, few just thoughts, ideas, notes, hot takes. Maybe some bigger plates, and their whole deal, their claim to fame is that huge portions.
Their plates are very big,
right? But then they put so much on this flipping plate that it's hard to kind of maneuver things, and things are falling to the edge, and so maybe bigger plates or smaller portions. I don't know. You finished early. I kept going because I had a lot of food, and you eat faster. But Sean, our female waitress, when you were done and I was still eating, she asked, "Do you want some to-go boxes?" And I was like, "Sean, I'm still out here, okay? I'm right here. I can hear you. I'm listening." She was emasculating me, honey.
Oh
no. She made me feel like less of a man. I just thought that was premature. Okay.
Yeah, you were like literally having food on your fork, putting it into your mouth.
Right.
When she asked us that. It's not like we were both sitting around doing nothing.
Was she trying to turn our table over quicker? That's what they say. The quicker you turn tables, the more money you make in a restaurant. I just didn't like that she asked that while I was still eating. We mentioned the 0 refills, no coffee, no water, and my breakfast was 2,600 calories. Probably 8,000 grams of sodium. I needed water.
Yes.
At the end, I was like, I'm really thirsty. Sean was nowhere to be found. Just what the heck? Like, come on, Sean. I realized she was busy and the place was busy, but check in on us. How's everything going? Come by with the coffee. And, I go back to International House of Pancakes, IHOP. When you order coffee, they give you the carafe, the pitcher of coffee, which has 6, 7, 8 cups, and you could pour it to your heart's content.
Love that.
Why don't more places do that with coffee? Why don't they do it with water? Give me a pitcher of water.
Right.
Throw some ice in there.
Yes.
And throw it at my table. And then Sean won't have to keep checking in on us. And Sean won't have to come down and refill our glass, refill our coffee. I don't understand why more restaurants don't do that. It can't be a cost thing. And they're saving time. No. They're saving labor. They make their waitresses and waiters' lives easier. It beguiles me. Befuddles the mind. And then so we get up to pay, and we walk up to. First of all, you were like, "Do we pay here or do we pay at the little cash register area?" I'm always confused at that.
I know.
Even when there is a cash register, you can visually see it. You're like, do I leave my credit card here? Can we just leave $40 on the table? So we walk up to where you pay, and there were literally 5 employees there, milling about. 4 of them had their backs to us, and we were just kind of like, well, it was like when we walked in. What happened to the Credo? What about Credo number 1? Credo number 1 should add, we will say goodbye to you. We will wave goodbye like a beauty queen in a parade in small town USA in a drop top, or what do they call it? Convertible. A convertible. Say goodbye. But we walked up there and no one said hi. No one greeted us.
Yeah.
One or two people actually saw us. Yes. Employees actually saw us.
We made eye contact.
Yeah.
And then they didn't acknowledge us.
Yeah.
It was so odd.
we made eye contact, and then they looked away really quickly.
We should have just walked out without paying.
Oh, now you're talking to my heart. Have you ever done that, dine and dash?
I never have.
I have.
I want to hear that story.
We went to Cha 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 in San Francisco, Haight District.
How old were you?
College.
Okay.
And their thing was sangria. So we were ordering sangria like there was no tomorrow. Before the meal, during the meal, drinking. And at some point, maybe we were done with food. I can't even remember. But my friend Oliver turns to me. He was from Amsterdam. He was an exchange student in San Francisco for 1 semester, which is why he was a scofflaw. He could break the law,
right?
And he could claim diplomatic immunity. But he turns to me, and there were, I forget how many people we were with, probably more than 5, less than 10. But he turns to me and he's like, Vince, we're going to run out of the door. And I said, huh? Like, I'm wasted. I'm drunk. Come again? It was Vince, we're going to run out the door. And I couldn't believe it. And then all my group got up almost at once, beeline for the door. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be here to account for this nonsense. I don't have money to pay. So I followed them in a drunken, slovenly fashion. Gosh. And we ran out the door. And I remember running down whatever street it was in San Francisco, running for your life. like there was a bear chasing you or the police were behind you. Yeah, I'm not proud of that.
That's horrible.
I blame Oliver and the Amsterdams. What are they called, honey?
Danish? No.
Sure. The people who made IKEA.
And oop.
Okay, so our grand total was $44.54. But we got $9.99 off.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of the
Sean,
coupon. Yeah.
I showed her our coupon before we ordered.
Oh, another thing. Right.
And I said, I'm not sure if this is valid here at your location, but I have this coupon for this free meal. Mm-hmm. And she said, all right, how would you like your eggs? So she just went into it without so I took that as confirmation. Yes, that's valid here.
Right.
But then when we got our ticket at the end, it was on there, $9.99.
Yeah.
So then I was left fretting.
Right.
Stressing out.
Right.
Worried until we finally got up there to the front.
Yeah.
And got it confirmed. The guy just took it off.
Yeah. Why Sean do that?
Yeah. Why did she stress me out like that? Ugh. But then I told the guy, I showed the guy up at the front desk.
Yeah.
Again, I showed him the coupon.
Your email, yeah.
And then he's like, he didn't
I know.
He didn't communicate hardly at all with us.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it okay? He just started typing on the keyboard thing.
Yeah.
It was so odd. And so I was like, did it work? And then he just, I just looked myself and I saw in the little place where you put your credit card that the total had gone down to 33.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I guess it worked.
I know. Yeah. So there were 5 people there. One guy who eventually turned his attention toward us barely paid us any mind. But he did give us the $9.99 off. Thank goodness. Our total was $33.78. And then you tipped $5.07, which was 15%. Normally, now we differ on tipping, honey.
Yes.
I always want to go low. When we go low, they go high, or whatever Michelle Obama said. But I was generally steered towards the lower end of the 15 to 20 percentile, and you want to go 20 to 25%.
Yes, I always want to give more than they deserve. Or I'm trying to help people out.
Yeah, and I get that. And most of the time, I surrender to your demands, honey. That's what being married means to you. But you tipping 15% was just a sign of your discontent.
That's how you know I'm
with
mad.
Sean, right? You were so upset. So you tipped $5.07. So our grand total was $38-ish, and we saved $9.99. Overall, honey, I was not a fan of my breakfast, obviously. Would you want to go back? Was it that specific location?
I definitely want to go back. We have 3 more free breakfasts.
That's true. Sign up for the E-Club, people. You get 2 free breakfasts. Watch out for the waffles and the lukewarm sausage and the not crunchy hash browns. But
let's go back. Let's at least use 1 more of those coupons.
Okay. I say we try a different locale.
Yeah.
Because I went to that BBD's Yelp, and one reviewer said she found a roach in her Eggs Benedict, and she had pictures. Now, they could be fake, okay? They could be, she got takeout, she came home, and she threw a dead roach in her Eggs Benedict. But who the hell would do that?
Or
what the hell?
No, the roach was already at her house, and it crawled its way into the Benedict.
Oh, and then she blamed Sean. She blamed she blamed the bear, the Smokey and the bear and the bandit. But I say we go to the Arden one, even though we're better than those people in Arden, than the Ardenites.
And oop.
Okay, so BBD Black Bear Diner. We'll go back, even though like I was, portions of my breakfast I was not happy with. I still enjoy. It was the overall experience I enjoyed. I enjoyed going out to eat, being cooked for, in the year plus of the pandemic. When we still try to go out to eat whenever we could, but still it's nice to go out and be waited upon, even though they never refilled our water. Jeez. Okay, the West Sac Best Eats, honey. Do you remember this sort of program we had on
definitely
public radio in West Sacramento?
I definitely remember.
Until I was ghosted by Jim Brewer, or he passed away. Rest in power, Jim. West Sac Best Eats, we visited Buffalo's Pizza, which is in West Sacramento. They also have a location in North Highlands. It's on Sacramento Avenue?
Yeah.
Yes, 1600 Sacramento Avenue. So, what does pizza... Just kidding. But we've been here a year plus, 15 months, right? 16? 16 months in West Sacramento. When we first got here... in terms of pizza, we went to Marco's.
Oh, yeah.
Marco's, which is a chain, but there's only 2 locations in the Sacramento area. I think they recently added a 3rd, or they're about to. But it's super close to us, and it's really good. And they had this deal, medium 1 topping for $6.99.
Oh, yeah.
So a medium 1 topping pizza for $7. So I would get 3, because we got Darling Daughter, who's pescatarian. We got me. And then we got Lennox, because he's kind of picky sometimes. So we could get 3 pizzas for $21. It was a deal and a half and a steal. And they were great. Just very. I love their sausage is really good.
Their pizza is so good.
Their pizza is really good. And it's super close. And then we also did Little Caesars, which is a little bit further away, but they got the pizza portal, and it's super. That's just always cheap. Yeah, love it. It's trash, but it's good trash.
Our trash.
It's our trash. It's our West Sacramento pride trash. West Sac, Best Sac. So we're members of a couple of Facebook groups, West Sacramento Facebook groups, and every once in a while, the first post every day was that gunshots or fireworks, and then the second post every day is I lost my cat, and then the third post every day is, hey, there's a cat wandering around West Capitol Avenue. Does anyone recognize it? Tried to get a picture, seemed friendly, gave it some water, but it was really skittish, seemed hungry, looked skinny. Is it starving? Is it yours? And then the fourth post of every day is about food, because people it's the internet, people like to whine. But we see pizza threads come and go. And what best pizza in Sacramento, and go. And so we saw Roman's, which is in West Sacramento, come up a few times on various threads. And so we tried that a few months ago. And it was fine. We were, but people were carrying on and on, like Roman's is the best pizza ever. Roman's is so good. Roman's is the best. And then we had it, and it seemed like Pizza Boys. Is that the one? Pizza Guys. Yeah, it seemed like Pizza Guys, which I find middling, fine.
I never want Roman's again.
Yeah, it was was not great, and we haven't gotten it since. But then I saw Buffalo's pizzeria pop up here and there. Googled it, looked into it, and it looked good. It's much like Roman's. Roman's is a small place. Buffalo's is a small place, and it's not. So the first little bit of confusion is that it's Buffalo's Pizza. Buffalo, possessive. Buffalo apostrophe S. Buffalo's. Now, first of all, if you see a bunch of buffalo, do you say "look at those buffalo" or "look at those buffaloes"?
Buffalo.
Okay. But there is buffaloes with the ES, right? That can be the plural sometime.
You would think so.
So then how would you say... So if you say, look at that buffalo's dink...
For example.
Is that...
That's...
L-O-E-S? Is that L-O apostrophe S?
That's possessive.
Look at that buffalo dink. I don't know. But confusion because there's a Buffalo Pizzeria and ice cream in Midtown.
Oh, yeah.
Which is renowned for their breakfast pizza. When I first moved to Sacramento 15 years ago. I remember hearing about this place. Breakfast pizza and ice cream. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. And it's in Midtown. And I had the breakfast pizza and I was like, whatever. It's pizza with an egg on it. It's pizza with some bacon and there's no marinara and there's an egg on it.
That's not what I want my pizza to be.
Right. So breakfast pizza was just a whole bunch of nothing. I haven't had their ice cream, but I find most ice cream pretty darn good, except for Devil May Care.
Oh.
Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree ice cream is on one end of the spectrum. Devil May Care, another West Sacramento institution, on the other end of the spectrum. But that's Buffalo, singular. So there's Buffalo, and then there's Buffalo's, possessive, which we went to. We had a coupon for DoorDash. So we used DoorDash, but it is 50% off coupon, up to $15, but for pickup. So everyone thinks DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub is people driving and they'll grab your food from wherever and drop it off to your front door. But DoorDash does pickup also. I don't know why.
It makes no sense to me.
But we had the 50% off coupon, and I always feel bad because the restaurant makes the most money when you call there directly and talk to someone, or when you go there and order it in person. But we had 50% off coupon, and the pizza was so flipping good. We'll be back. So they want a new customer. So their margins were hit with this DoorDash order. But as far as I'm concerned, we're going to go back there.
Yes.
So
we'll be back.
They want a new customer. Yeah. You'll get your margins soon. Okay, so what did we order? A small veggie pizza, which was what you got. These are 8-inch pizzas. I got a small Italian pizza, and then we got a lasagna, which comes with garlic bread. And why did we order the lasagna? Because, well, the coupon was for 50% off, up to $15. So I was like, well, we got to order $30 worth of food to maximize the $15 savings. So that's why we got the lasagna. Fun fact, honey. Would you like to hear something fascinating? So I opened a couple browsers on my laptop, and because I wanted to see the pricing. It turns out DoorDash, on Buffalo's actual website, if you order, you can place an online order. The small pizzas, which we got for $7 on DoorDash, $9.
Wow!
So they are upcharging.
Oh, okay.
They're throwing on more costs.
I hate DoorDash.
I know, but we had a $15 coupon.
Okay.
But yeah, side by side, I loaded up your veggie pizza, my Italian pizza, and the lasagna, and it came out to $6 difference. So DoorDash piles on $6. And that's before you get to the fees and all that crap.
Oh my god!
And taxes and Prop 22 surcharge and all this nonsense. But with the $15 coupon, we still saved about $9 over ordering directly. So that's what we went with. So the location, small space. There's one table in there. You walk in and there's one table with 2 chairs, so a small table, and then there's a counter on the side with about 3 or 4 bar stools, but that counter was filled with empty pizza boxes, like because they ran out of storage in back or whatever, so they're just using their counter for storage. So it's a really small space. It's hot too. Like there's no air conditioning, and I walked in. I was instantly like, "Wow, it's really warm in here." And I look at there were 3 ladies working, and one of them was sweaty. I mean, the one I was closest to was sweating. I don't know. The other 2 might have been sweating. But it was, I was like, this is really unpleasant. I would not want to do 8 hours in this pizza oven, working at a pizza oven, honey. The price difference. So, if you order a small pizza, 1 topping, it's $7.75. No, I'm sorry. It's 9. Wait.
And oop.
So if you order, and this is via DoorDash, but it's the same thing if you order directly from their website. If you order a small pizza with 1 topping, it's $9.75. Okay. But if you order their specialty pizza, i.e. your veggie pizza or my Italian pizza, and you get 5 or 6 toppings, but it's pre-made, it's only $9. So you can get 5 toppings for $9 or 1 topping for $9.75 under the create your own. I never get that.
I don't get it.
Like, I realize it's a lot easier just to make these because you can memorize it instead of having to look, oh, they want cheese and they want mushroom. And when you see a small Italian pizza, you can throw on those toppings really quickly and you know it by memory. But still, 5 toppings for $9 or 1 topping for $9.75. I don't get it. That's why, because I was going to get a small pizza with just sausage. But when I realized I can get a couple more toppings for cheaper, I was like, I'll just get the Italian pizza. Before walking in on the door, there's a sign on there that says, wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. Okay, whatever. So I pull my mask above my nose. I walk in. One of the employees wasn't even wearing a mask. Like, it wasn't below her nose. It wasn't around her chin. She was completely unmasked. And I don't care. But you got a sign right there. And the other 2 gals, the employees were masked up. But and she was older, so I think she was the owner or the manager. But she didn't have a mask on. Again, I don't care. But you have a sign right there. I would think the employees should be masked up. But again, I don't care. The parking lot's small. There's only like 10 spaces. And then, when I went to tip, I tipped $5. So she hands me the pizza and our lasagna and all this stuff. And then I had the $5 bill in my hand, and she handed me the stuff, and then she like looks away to her next task or whatever, and I paused because I wanted her. I want the employees to see me put the cash into their little tip jar.
Oh yeah.
So I waited. I waited there for like 4 or 5 seconds till her attention turned back in my vicinity, and like there was another customer right next to me. So I think the customer was like, "Why is this guy frozen in time? What's the game where you go? You freeze?
Mime?
A mime. I'm a mime. Or what's the game that you played in like kindergarten where you run?
Freeze tag.
No, you go red light, green light.
Oh yeah, red light, green light.
Oh, there you go. I was on red light until the employee was looking in my direction again, and then I dropped the 5 in there. Like, that's right.
This is just like when you cuddle me and I'm not awake.
Yes.
And then you get mad that I don't remember because you want credit.
Right. And now I've taken to waking you up. You're about 40% awake, honey. I'm holding you.
Yes.
I get credit.
And then the next day, you're like, do you remember when I was holding you?
Yeah. And you're like a teacher taking attendance. You go to your little attendance book and you mark me down for present. I say, here, present. Vince Nicholas, here, I'm here. Mrs. Nicholas, wait, you're my wife and my teacher? That got weird fast. So I get there. Food was ready right when I got there. Cool. She hands me a pizza box and a bag. Okay. I walk out. I get to my car and I realize that there's only one pizza box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, the other pizza box is in this bag with the lasagna. No pizza box. So we're missing a pizza. So I go back in, and the lady, not masked, by the way. Okay. She's probably one of these anti-vaxxers, honey.
Oh.
Okay. QAnon. But she was super nice about it. I was like, oh, we had 2 pizzas. I only have one of them. And here's the lasagna. Here's one pizza, but we have another pizza. Super nice about it. Super apologetic. Oh, it's our mistake. Oh, she like looked at whatever screen or wherever our order popped up on. She's like, oh, it's our mistake, our fault. No problem. Wait 10 minutes and I'll make you a new coupon. And you can keep that sandwich in your bag. And I said, all right.
And oop.
Yeah.
And oop.
I'll whip up a new pizza for you. So wait 10 minutes and you can keep the sandwich, which thanks, but am I supposed to, would she have accepted a gently used sandwich? Like, I brought this to my car. Here's your sandwich back. I thought that was odd, but I appreciated it. So waited 10 minutes. And then I was outside because, again, it was oppressively hot in there. And she waved at me through the window. I walked back inside. Pizza was ready. And she gave us a free cheese bread. And she said, oh, someone didn't pay for this. So here, you want this? And I was like, sure. So we got a sandwich, an Italian sandwich, and a free cheese bread.
Yay.
All because of their incompetence. No. But so I was like, this is going to be, we're carb loading for our marathon. We got a bunch of carbs and calories. And this is a few hours after Black Bear Diner, honey. But I tipped $5 and I made sure they saw it. Okay, so let's get to our food. Your vegetarian pizza came with green peppers, mushrooms, olives, spinach, tomatoes, onions, and fresh garlic. What did you think, honey?
I thought it was delicious.
It was very good. It was very good.
It was so good.
It was good. I got the Italian pizza. It came with fresh tomatoes. They describe your vegetarian pizza with tomatoes, but then my Italian pizza came with fresh tomatoes.
What? I want fresh tomatoes.
I think, and my basil was fresh. Fresh tomatoes, fresh basil. Oh, but you had the fresh garlic. It just says regular garlic for me.
Oh, okay.
So fresh tomatoes, fresh basil, garlic, and Italian sausage. They each cost $9. I thought the sausage was very good quality. Like, you could see the fennel seeds in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, a lot of times you go, like, Little Caesars, for instance, if you get sausage, they're like tiny sausage balls. They're like ground balls of sausage. Just no artisanal factor. Yeah. But sausage was super good. The tomatoes were very sweet. One problem, and this is just tomatoes on pizza in general, there was a lot of moisture going on.
I love the moisture.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I like the moisture, but then when the bottom of your pizza box starts getting damp and wet and moist, then it's like, I gotta eat this quicker. But that's just in general, tomatoes. They ooze out a lot of moisture. So I was like, but it was really good. The tomatoes were, well, mine were fresh. Yours were not fresh, honey. But they were very sweet. The crust, I thought it was good, but like once it got to the edge where it was just crust, like the toppings and the cheese and the sauce ran out, I was like, I don't want to eat the rest of this crust. Like,
yeah,
I didn't want to carb load it. So I wasn't a huge fan of the crust. It went really well with the pizza pie, but by itself, in the end, usually I'll dip it in some ranch, dip it in whatever, and I'll eat the rest of the crust. But I left the edges of the crust.
I know, that was so funny. I ate all my crust, dipped in ranch.
Yes.
And then I looked over at your pizza box, and it was full of discarded crusts.
Yeah. Well, it went really well with the pizza, but then by itself, I just wasn't a fan. But overall, my Italian pizza, loved it. So good. We'll definitely get that again.
I really want to go back to this place.
Yeah.
Soon.
Absolutely. And then our lasagna. Well, when we were ordering, I asked you, should I Should I get cheese ravioli or lasagna? You said lasagna, so that's what we got. Now, it comes in a plastic tin, which is about the size of like a pie you buy at Safeway or whatever. And it costs $14. Although, if you non-DoorDash, it's $12.
Oh my!
Right, but it's still a size that's a nice chunk of change.
Yeah.
But the lasagna was really good. And it was thick, and there was a lot going on in this foil tin. So I really liked it. If anything, I thought there was too much sauce, but I'm not really a sauce guy.
I love extra sauce.
Skew more towards the sauce, but I thought it was a really well done lasagna. Lots of chunks of meat in there. I guess it's ground beef. Lots of cheese, lots of just pasta, sheets of lasagna pasta. So I very much enjoyed it. One complaint is that they give you like a little plastic fork because it's a restaurant doing takeout, and they give you the little plastic, crappy, cheap throwaway silverware. So I got this little plastic fork, and I'm digging through like 8 sheets of lasagna pasta, and it was like I need a real fork. So give me a real fork or
It nearly couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
it was about to break under the pressure.
Right, exactly. But that was my only criticism, small criticism. The garlic bread that came with the lasagna, legit, super good. Lots of butter. Lots of garlic, and it's like browned garlic. So I think they throw butter and garlic in a pan and sort of then heat it up and then pour it on the garlic bread. The cheese bread that we got for free, that was a star of the show for me.
Yeah,
it was fan-flippantastic.
It's very crispy.
Yes.
And light.
So most cheese breads and most pizza joints, it's just pizza dough, and they throw some cheese on there. And then there's your cheese sticks or whatever. But it was a loaf, a half a loaf of French bread, which they bake so it gets super crispy and crunchy. And then they throw that garlic and butter and cheese on there. It was just fantastic. It was so good, and it's only $4.
Oh wow!
Super cheap. Well, $6 via DoorDash, $4 if you order directly. But crispy, flaky, yummy. Garlic bread, cheese, butter. You can't go wrong. Overall, loved it.
Yeah.
And the prices were good. We'll order directly next time.
Yes, no more DoorDash.
Yeah, and I like that for $7. I talked about Marco's medium pizza, which is a little bigger than Buffalo's small pizza, but just the price point of $7.
And it's only one topping.
Right. And Buffalo's little smaller pie. Circumference-wise, diameter. I remember geometry in 7th grade. My teacher's name was Mr. Mills, and he had this thing where like geometry is a lot of like definitions and words. How do you define an obtuse angle versus
acute?
Acute. What's a rhombus? What's a pterodactyl? Triceratops.
And
Pythagorean theorem. But he so you had to learn definitions, vocabulary, and he would sing.
Oh.
And that was how we memorized things.
Fun.
And I forgot most of it because I did a bunch of drugs in high school and not high school. I'm sorry, college. Please don't arrest me. But the one definition I do remember is what a circle was, and this is exactly how he sang it. Okay, this is how you memorize it. A circle is a set of points in a plane that are equidistant from a point in a plane. It's called the center.
Wow.
And that's how I still remember that. Mr. Mills, he's probably dead, but he was a good teacher. Why am I saying this?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Buffalo's excellent. Oh, the the pizza, circumference-wise, a little smaller than your average medium.
Oh, okay.
They're small pizza. But for $7, we could get 3 small pizzas, $20. Our entire family is happy. So it's a good deal. And then throw that $4 cheese bread on top. Can't miss. Okay. So that's it. Buffalo's, what do we give it?
10 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Black Bear Diner, what do we give it?
6 out of 10.
I'll go 3.5.
Wow.
Alrighty, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Quicken Loans. We don't have a promo code for Quicken Loans, by the way. Quicken Loans, when we were buying a house, when we were buying this place, in the process of looking and hunting, house hunting and all this stuff, I saw a Quicken Loans ad on a Leo Laporte podcast. And then go to this website and put in our code, and I was like, well, we need a home loan, or we're in that area right now. So I filled things out and all that stuff, because I wanted to see what they had going on. Mm-hmm. They called me once. I was like, I'm not answering this. It was a number I didn't recognize, but then I hit the voicemail. Hey, this is Quicken Loans. Okay, whatever. Because you had to put in your phone number and your email. They called me once. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone. They called me over the next 3 days 27 times.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? That was I just went to a website, put in, because I wanted to help Leo Laporte and use his promo code and maybe get some information on home loans. But they called me on the telephone 28 times in 3 days. And after the third call, I was like, I'm never using this company again. Or I'm never using this company for the rest of my life. Like, take a hint, Quicken Loans. Like, did they think...
We're just not that into you.
Right. Did they think on the 23rd call, oh, he's going to answer the phone. He's going to get back to our voicemail. He's going to call us back. I was like, this is unbelievable. Wow. You know what I want? You know what I really want to know? Does Leo Laporte know this is happening? Does Leo Laporte know that Quicken Loans calls people 28 times?
That's harassment.
The first 27 times unsolicited, without warrant. And would he be okay with that? Or is it just like, they're an advertiser. They give us money. Anyways, that's my Quicken Loans story. Goodbye. I love you. We love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have said Sean, our female waitress, violated her Black Bear Diner credo, but I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye. That's the official end of the show, but here's some bonus content for those who follow us on OnlyFans. We don't have an OnlyFans. If you love ASMR or mukbang, or if you are a furry, here is us eating Buffalo's pizza. Enjoy.
Let's see what they gave us. We got a lot of food.
I know. It's hecka heavy, too. I think that's the lasagna.
Oh, this is yours. Yum. Ooh, that's mine. Yum. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's yours.
No plates, just dive in.
Here's...
Ooh. Oh, I can tell the sausage is good.
Yeah, that looks really good. Ooh. Super. So there's lasagna in the bag and a mystery sandwich.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at all this garlic.
This bread's hella flaky.
This is good. Wow. Were there a lot of people there?
Mm-mm. Small locale, small space.
Is there any indoor seating?
There's one table and there's a counter with like 3 or 4 stools, but the counter is full of like pizza boxes. Like they don't have enough storage in the kitchen, so it's just empty pizza boxes.
Want to trade a slice? Super.
Is this still hot? Delicate.
Why did you do that?
What?
I'm stealing this. A hot, delicate what? What? Yummy. The crust is hecka thin, but it's not crisp. It's like soggy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my dress under my booty.
Oh.
Nom.
That's good.
Is this place kind of new, or is...
I don't think so.
We've just never been?
That street, Sacramento, which turns into Reed, which is where Walmart is and whatever. It's like it's old and kind of low rent and run down, like Capitol, like West Capitol. Yeah. But it's not nearly as ghetto.
Oh yeah. I saw on Facebook just now. Vince's is having an open mic poetry thing tonight.
What?
We gotta go.
Poetry?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I haven't had a cheese bread yet.
Have it.
I will.
Bread's hella flaky.
Oh, wow.
She said, "Do you want cheese bread?" This person didn't pay. I was like, "Sure."
What? Didn't pay?
I'm not sure what happened.
So we got free cheese bread and a free sandwich?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mmm. Is that someone talking? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Shut up.
wish the pizza was on this bread. That'd be good. Mm-hmm. Crust is okay, but once I get to it, I don't want to keep eating it. It's good with the topping.
I miss the kids.
Miss the booper?
He came out and then he went back in Lennox's room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's right there. Oh. Under the counter. Oh. Or now he's going back. He heard you.
I think he has to go to the bathroom, but the door's... It's not closed all the way, though. I bet he could push it.
Well, open it. Or is it closed for some reason?
I don't know. One of the kids must have left it like that.
Move away. Oh, Parker's in there.
Oh.
Better than Romans. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Better than Little Caesars? Mm-hmm.
Everything is better than Little Caesars.
Wrong. You want to watch a movie or something?
What do I do with the lasagna, dude? Throw it right in the fridge.
Are there any documentaries out right now?
Haven't heard. The Britney, but I don't care about watching that.
No, not really. You're not eating any of your crusts? You have a box full of crust.
Wow.
I'm starting to get full.
It's not enjoyable.
It's good dipped in ranch.
Well, it's good with the pizza toppings, but void of that. This is hecka good.
Cooper. Remember when Lennox fed him egg on the ottoman?
Oh my god.
Cooper, hi.
You want my crust lover?
No. I'm so full. Here's another lunch.
I'm surprised you finished that.
I know, it was pretty big. Very good, though.
Oh. Right next door is Honey Badger Games. You've seen them on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a haircutting place and a massage parlor. Man. Yeah, the Honey Badger place was open, but I was like,
Was it just like a bar?
No, it's like games. Like Lennox would totally like it.
Oh.
Like Pokemon and all that crap.
I've seen them and I've heard of it, but I assumed it was like a bar.
Mm-mm.
Let's go.
They got games and...
Let's go. What are we waiting for?
I think it's like a mom and pop GameStop or something like that.
We should go support them.
Tabletop games. Dude, that sandwich isn't going to get any better.
Oh, eat it, honey. At least take it out. Let's look at it and see what it is. Wait.
I would have figured that out. Lover.
So what's the point of DoorDash or placing an order for you?
Pick it up.
And then you have to go pick it up still.
I'm assuming they get a cut, and then Buffalo's is happy that someone's ordering from them. Because like, I want to go back now.
Wouldn't it benefit Buffalo more if we just ordered directly from them? Why should DoorDash get a cut for that? They have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Theoretically. Without the coupon, we would have ordered direct.
Yeah.
But with the coupon, we tried it, we liked it, and we're gonna go back.
We'll be back in a year. Oh, I'm full.
Oh my god, dude.
Get that sandwich up. Wait, whoa.
This is
That's heck of greasy.
That's the lasagna.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is so heavy.
Yeah.
Look at. Wait.
Didn't we just eat somewhere that had this covering?
Did
Great Central.
Yeah, Grand Central. Yep. Oh my gosh, honey. This comes with
Is
bread.
that garlic bread? Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh dear.
What is it?
Oh, it's like too wet.
What's on it? I see a bunch of veggies.
Oh. Avocado? Is that bacon?
Ham?
Ham?
Open it up.
This is bacon, I'm pretty sure. For the time-lapse video. Bacon. There's an avocado, tomato. Oh, there's also some meat here.
Yeah. Are you gonna throw it away?
Let me heat it up.
What?
Heat it up.
Okay.
I mean, the lettuce is questionable reheated, but
This like the whole bottom of this is hecka greasy. So
put it on a plate.
yeah, it's still hot too. It shouldn't go in the fridge yet.
Okay.
What happened?
There's no room.
Oh shoot. Well, okay.
I mean, there's room, but I'll let you take it.
Can you get a plate out?
Frankie's food everywhere. Stepping on it.
Well, I'm gonna transfer this stuff to a different packaging.
Do whatever you can to save the patient.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender?